Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talktor Who. At one point, all of us are going to just do that at all the same time, and it's going to be glorious.
Magnificent.
We'll have to practice.
Magniflorious. That's the word of the day today. This episode is brought to you by the word magniflorious. It's a
Brought
word
to you by
that,
the London Winter 2012 Olympics.
which we're in the summer, but actually in the winter. Magniflorious, a word that doesn't actually exist, but it's in a movie called Better Off Ted. That's it. This episode is called Fear Her. It's season 2, episode 11. It originally aired December 15th, 2006. Has an IMDb rating of 6.2 out of 10. Why don't you go ahead and... What?
Not great.
Not the best. Not the best around. Why don't you go ahead and do the synopsis before we get into director, writer, and trivia?
Yeah. Impressive usage of future, though. The London 2012 Olympics, though, I thought. 6 years at a time. London 2012. And the Doctor and Rose. London and the Doctor and Rose. They're all
there.
Set off to see the Olympics.
That's true.
Only to find terror in the most...
Terror.
in the most ordinary place.
Which is a human child.
Yes. That's
And
it. That's
human drawings.
Written by Matthew Graham,
Yep.
son of Billy. Directed by Euros Lynn.
The Eastern Wind.
Audio
I think that's what you called it before.
Yep. With Julie Gardner, Nina Sasanya. I should have practiced that.
Bless you.
And Matthew Graham. Oh, that's the same guy.
Same guy.
Or a twin.
Same guy. No, yep, same guy. Same guy.
Probably same.
So, yep, you said that the director was Euros Lynn, writer Matthew Graham.
Yes, indeed.
I only have a few things of trivia for this episode. Let me
Trivia
get them ready.
time.
Let me get them ready.
Dun, dun, dun.
Doom, doom, doom. Trivia time.
You need a jingle.
That is it. That's it. Do, do, do.
That's basically it.
It's a wonderful jingle.
It's the best I got. Otherwise, we have kazoos back there somewhere.
Not the kazoos.
I like your jingle.
Let's not get back into that. This
a dark
story
chapter.
idea of the 10th Doctor's involvement in the 2012 Olympics sparked a petition from thousands of fans all over the world wishing David Tennant to carry the Olympic torch in 2012. However, it was not Tennant, but his successor, Matt Smith, who would carry the 2012 Olympic torch in Wales on 26th of May, 2012.
Wow, that actually happened.
Wow.
That
Yeah, it
happened.
did. Whoa. And then there's a
Wales.
meme of the Queen, and her face is like, and it says, "I asked for David Tennant."
Is that why you were booing?
Yes.
Did you sign the petition?
Of course.
To be fair, I would be disappointed with the Smith if I asked for a tenant.
Yeah.
It's true.
Not that I have anything against Matt Smith, and I think
Absolutely
he portrayed
not.
the
He's
Doctor
the
in a very brilliant, different way. However, I asked for David Tennant.
It's true.
He didn't have to be the Doctor. He just had to be David Tennant.
Yeah,
that's true.
That was the important
coat.
thing.
So here's an interesting one. No characters die in this episode, which is obviously a rarity in the series.
Just this once.
Wow.
Everybody lives.
What are the other episodes? Do you know? Do you remember?
Episodes where no one dies
Where
at
no
all.
one dies.
I mean,
Oedipus?
the
Nope.
no, they all die.
They all die.
The one with the gas mask.
Yep. Yep.
Because he went
The
to the end of
Empty child.
yep. The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances, that pair, are the only two other episodes where someone doesn't die. Where no one dies.
Where no one dies.
Yep.
Where
Working-
someone doesn't die. We don't know who.
Exactly.
Somebody doesn't.
Yep. Yep. Working titles for this episode included Chloe Webber Destroys the Earth and You're a Bad
sounds
Girl,
like a
Chloe
band.
Webber.
Oh.
creep.
Both of these were rejected by Russell T. Davies for
Thank
you,
being
Rusty.
too long.
Not for being
For
shy.
being too long.
He proposed the name Raxacoricophalopatorius later.
Yes. Indeed. Indeed.
See,
That's-
I thought this was a dumb title. And I was like, I wonder what the alternative titles were, if they were any good. And
They weren't.
They're
They
absolutely...
weren't. This episode is cited to be one of the worst of the new series. And when asked about it, the director said it was explicitly written for the sake of children, of the children. Like, it was written for children.
I thought this one was all right.
It was okay. I thought it wasn't my favorite, and it wasn't my least favorite.
I don't think it's
It was
awful.
less awkward than the last one. For
It's a big
sure.
relief after the last one.
Indeed.
Maybe I'm just riding the high of not watching
Not watching.
Love and Monsters again.
Yeah. Moose, what were you saying?
I mean, I don't think it's like the worst episode. I mean, at least this is a fairly different storyline than the storyline that they will repeat many times in future episodes. So, I mean, they have that going for it.
Which timeline are you referring to?
Well, I mean, how many episodes do we have to have where they're trapped on a spaceship or a submarine and all of a sudden there's an alien coming after them, inhabiting someone else's body, and so they have to destroy that, and in the process, 20 people die? I mean,
Sounds
come
like you're
on.
rather salty about that.
Just on the submarine.
Tired of seeing the same
Yeah, that's true.
storyline 5 different times, different people.
I mean,
Come with something new!
Fair point. Fair point.
It was
that's
I'm gonna move
basically
this
like Doctor Who in a nutshell, though.
a little bit over
You never
this
really
way.
interact with the scary part of it. Like the villain
'Cause the-
is
no, the
not the
HVAC.
scary part, which is really unique. I felt like
I don't think that helped at all.
that was an interesting,
You're gonna hear a lot of noise in this episode.
Sorry.
interesting little twist. Trying to talk to cover it up, but it's not
No, Nick Cage. Yes, I missed completely everything anybody said because I was too concerned with the HVAC. I apologize.
We were just talking about how awesome Saxon is. And
And I'm salty.
I'd vote for him.
I would probably also vote for him because I'm a mindless drone. Jen, what did you think about this episode?
It was good. It was,
You liked it?
Yeah, it was unique. I like the artistic flair on it. No,
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, you are
You're
an artist.
yeah,
Ah.
but so
Yeah,
is
me too.
Jax.
That's true. Themes. That's what we were talking about. We're talking about themes because you talked about it earlier, a little bit earlier. And this episode is very lackluster when it comes to themes. And really, the only thing that I thought about was
It's a beacon of hope. It's a beacon of love.
the alien, what the alien was feeling, loneliness and fear, and what a species or what a being will do if it's afraid and if it's lonely. Kind of think of like a wild bear, kind of thing,
Or a child.
or a child. You know
Named Bear.
what one would do if they were alone and afraid. Kind of like the TV show, Naked and Afraid.
But not really at all.
Not I don't know.
No.
The other weird one that I had was the power of love.
Ugh.
Cut to the one song from Back to the Future. That's the power of love.
they do focus in on the power of a scared child often, like in the wardrobe or scary thing in the wardrobe episode. Like they hit on that a few times. I feel like within the series.
That episode's way better.
That's true.
It is
Indeed. I would agree.
I feel like it might
Plus the
be a
puns are in it.
slight theme at least if we have to draw one out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was really light on theming or thematic imagery, I feel.
Yeah, this was
And
like
I was
his
looking for it,
weekend.
I mean.
This is like the weekend splash notes while he's trying to write the finale.
Well, Matthew Graham didn't write the finale. That's the thing. So
Whatever.
Well, while other people are trying to write the
exactly,
finale.
it's like they're
Let
working
this
on the
kid
finale.
go.
They have to have some throwaway episodes. This one and the Love and Monsters was really the throwaways. What was the one before Love and the Satan Pit? That one was
Oh,
good.
the one I missed.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were on drugs.
He had her
Yeah.
face removed.
I forgot.
Pieces.
Anyways,
We're glad you're back.
yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. I feel like this episode's kind of a wrap. Like, there's not really much to say about this episode.
Not a
I
whole
mean-
lot, just a few little points and stuff.
Go ahead.
Oh,
We're not hurting for time.
Right. Well, we'll start at the top of my notes. Why not? So we start out with they're in the street and everybody seems fine, and then the grandma walks up and is like, "WTF? Get your kids off the street! Are you nuts?" Like, well, Granny, chill out.
Let's calm
She's
down
like,
here.
Can't you feel it? It's like, why can the grandma feel it? What's with that? Is she feeling the power, like how old people feel storms coming and stuff?
That's probably what it
that's-
is, but it wasn't.
Is that what they're trying
In her
to
bones.
allude to, or is she some kind of
fourth
Oh,
empath?
all day.
Old people are very intuitive.
A pancreas.
Or maybe she's an
Always.
INFJ.
Anyways, that was. I just wondered how come she's the only one who's got any sort of a
Well,
warning that something's
true.
going on here?
INFJs are less than 3% of the population, so
That's,
that's
probably,
probably
it.
it.
Yeah. Flash those gang
Interesting.
signs.
I will.
Interesting.
Myers-Briggs, yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Was that it?
What?
No. Well, I mean that was. it
What
for-
are
for
we're
that
gonna?
question.
I'm gonna alternate us up because Jax has a lot to say.
Apparently.
He has
lot.
more points than I do, so I'm just throwing something in. What are D10's lines in this episode? There were so many lines of Ten Dog. I can't. There's nothing good for him. But there were so many lines where I was like, what is he saying?
Oh, because he like
Everything's-
mutters.
Everything's no, like the actual lines. Everything's coming up, Doctor.
Oh,
Yay!
yeah.
Like so many ridiculous lines.
Well,
Like the first one he said, the ball bearings thing. Loved it.
Yeah,
that was
the
a
ball
hit,
bearings.
and then everything else was a stretch. It was like,
well, everything's coming up, Doctor. Of course, is a take on the line "Everything's coming up, roses." So
oh dear.
Yeah,
actually
that
makes
would be
sense.
that would be
makes
it.
sense.
yeah,
Oh, dear.
that's
Those ball bearings, interesting fact, were actually originally made with lead or silver, and they were made to be eaten with
That
like
sounds like a terrible
Yep.
idea.
Yep, but
No,
now they're
that-
being made with edible paint.
That lead stuff that we put on our walls, we should try and eat that.
Yep. Yep.
That
Baby's
was a
eating
British
it.
person.
It's great.
Why not?
It's great.
like the walls.
Okay, Jax, go.
Oh, the other thing was just when they land. And my first thought was the TARDIS lands between the two dumpsters, and I'm like, so does it just always know which way to face when it lands? And then immediately opens the door and it's on the wrong side. It's like
That's one of my
it's
favorite
like they
parts.
knew exactly what I was thinking.
Yep. That's one of my favorite parts.
Oh. Oh.
Yep. I think that's probably my favorite part of this entire episode.
Probably. Besides David Tennant's face. While watching his coat
Mm-hmm.
flap about in the wind when he's running.
Can we talk about
I
the
love that
line
coat.
where Rose says, "Oh, aren't you a pretty boy?" And then he says, "I've been experimenting with backcombing."
Yeah.
That was
come
good
on.
too. That was a good one too.
That's the best line in this entire
that
episode.
was a good one.
Oh, that was pretty
I've been
good.
experimenting with backcombing.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
meant
Oh. Wow.
that's
He's
awesome.
talking about a cat.
Yeah.
That's true. All right.
I'm a
Kitty.
kitty cat.
Any other notes on this episode?
I don't know the song well enough. Any symbolic meaning to Kookaburra love, or did they
Kookaburra
just
laugh.
laugh?
Laugh.
Laugh,
Like,
Kookaburra laugh.
I thought every time. Kookaburra love.
It's,
I thought she
it
was
was
singing about
interesting.
love, and I was like,
It's
"Nay."
the-
No, it's
No.
just a song.
It's
a
It
song.
has
accent.
virtually no meaning.
It's an Australian song too, which is kind of odd because kookaburras aren't in Great Britain. They're in
Yeah.
Well,
Australia.
Neither are they in America, but I grew up with that song.
You did? I
It's
didn't.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was an interesting choice.
I didn't even know what a kookaburra was. And when they said gum tree, I imagined a tree with sticks of gum
Yep.
for leaves.
Yep.
And I was
Wrigley's.
like, I
A
need to
la
go to
turtle tree.
Australia now.
A la Wreck-It Ralph.
I
Yeah.
was
Call
very
yourself
disappointed.
Taffy.
Julie Andrews.
I was very disappointed to find out that there weren't
No.
bubblegum trees. They
Yeah.
were just dumb regular trees that were called gum.
Dumb.
Waste.
Well, the gum base. That's how they get the gum base for gum.
Chicle.
It's not the same.
Okay.
It's not the same thing.
All right. Anyways, I guess we'll wrap this episode up early. Kind of take advantage of the small amount of time that we have for this one, for the long time that we're going to take for the next episode.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming, because it's going to be a big episode. It's the season 2 finale,
Yeah.
which means it's season 2 finale for Doctor Who next week. 2 episodes. It's Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. So we hope that you enjoy this episode, how short it may be because of cutting. And follow us for the next episode. If you like this, please give us a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.
Bye.